Hello Gemini, and welcome to Sincere Tarot, where you get the raw honest truth. This is your July tarot forecast, and your theme is the Emperor. Status, authority, ambition. Someone who's really experienced, has earned their place, and that is very good at leading, and intelligence comes through experience, not so much from reading books or something like that. So very, very experienced and fair, and respect for the law. All right, let's see what else is in store for you for this month. But before I lay out those cards, if you could please subscribe, I'd really, really appreciate it. Okay. All right, so what does Gemini need to know for July? Interesting. Wow. Drama. But it's okay, I'll help you. We'll help you navigate. All right, so you're actually coming up as the Five of Swords. So I feel like right now you're in a really good place. Oh my gosh, I meant not a good place mentally at all, okay? How did you react when I say that? Because I feel like the Five of Swords, someone is often when someone is really it's like authority, but in the negative, right? So this is controlling by, it's almost like, it's kind of hard to explain, but this is the positive aspect of leadership, when people really, really listen and they empathize with the people who they are leading, but they're making really fair, well-rounded decisions. But you coming up as the Five of Swords is trying to maybe lead through control, and I feel like that is coming from stress, and probably a lot of negative thoughts surrounding that. I feel like this might have something to do with business, or someone that you work with, or someone who you maybe had business dealings with in the past, possibly, because in the background we've got the King of Pentacles, but this could also be you when you were a little bit more grounded, a little bit more, solid, feet on the ground, feeling stable, feeling that sense of security and accomplishment. So what I feel like, is there someone else? Is it like it's either a woman, or it could be, it could be a male, but it could be someone who, when negatively aspected, can be a little bit of a B, you know what I mean? Not all swear on YouTube, okay? But you know what I mean, most of you, I hope. I feel like there's maybe a isolation in a relationship with someone. There's someone who's not having anything to do with you right now, because in between you and this other person is the Hermit. I feel like they are more the ones who are enforcing this isolation, and they're the ones turned away from you, and maybe that makes you feel a little bit out of control. I mean, this could have been a former lover, friend, it could be family member, someone you work with, it could be a neighbor, it could be a roommate, honestly, anything like that. But I feel like they're ignoring you, they're being stubborn, you're being stubborn too, like you're both being stubborn. But I feel like in the situation, you're a little bit weaker in a sense, because I feel like they're a little bit more calm about the situation mentally, and I feel like you are feeling a little bit more out of control, trying to control things, trying to control your emotions. Whatever it is with this person, I mean, the relationship is going to be over. I will pull some clarifying cards, but the outcome is the Five of Pentacles, and you will be upset. I mean, the other person will overall be upset too, but I feel like, both of you will be, but maybe more so you, just because you seem to be wanting to be in this relationship a little bit more, or you're reeling from it a little bit more. Was it someone who, there also, for some of you, there might have been someone, an older male, who was involved with the separation of you two, okay? But there will be grief, there will be sadness, because when all relationships end, it's sad, right? It won't last forever, right? Because you're coming up as the Five of Swords, the outcome is the Five of Pentacles. They're both minor arcana. Also, fives are extra fluid. They're that halfway point. So even though it's going to not be fun this month, that doesn't mean that the next month isn't going to be way better. I feel like this other person will get back on their feet with work. Is this someone that you kind of know through work? I feel like for some of you it might be legal, or if you know them in policing or military or something like that, potentially. But honestly, I see you kind of being emotionally refreshed from this after the grief. I mean, I feel like you're going to reconnect with yourself. You're going to reconnect with that self-love. You're going to fall in love with yourself again. And some of you might even meet someone new pretty fast that you're going to be like, kind of, you know, you'll maybe still even be a little bit in the grief stage, but you'll be a bit distracted because of the new love that you won't even be thinking about that other person. Anyways, let's pull some clarifying cards. And after these clarifying cards, I'm going to pull some advice cards, and definitely stick around until the end where you pick your own destiny cards. Use your intuition for that. Okay, I do feel like whoever this person was, I mean, I feel like for most of you, you worked together in the past, or even if you didn't actually work together, you did work on building a relationship, building a foundation together, something like that. But it could have been actual work. Maybe you two made a lot of money at your work, made your boss happy, stuff like that. I feel like you are doing better than you realize. You're a little bit mentally stuck, and you can have that security that you want. Honestly, some of you, this might be a romantic relationship, but some of you, this might be someone that you work with. I feel like for quite a number of you, actually. Now, I feel also like, okay, so for this person, the other person, when it comes to you, it's over, it's over, it's over. They're being clarified by the Death card. So they're kind of like done, and I hate to say it, but that's how it is right now. Yes, you're going to be grieving in the future, but that will give you new clarity, new perspective. I mean, this is clarified by the Ace of Swords. Your outcome is clarified by the Ace of Cups. I feel like you're going to have a new mind frame and new emotional opening. And I think, yeah, I mean, you're going to get back on your feet pretty fast, I feel like, even though this is going to be disappointing and it's going to suck. I'm not denying that. I'm just saying that you're going to recover better from this than you probably think you will right now, even though right now you might be looking at me and thinking, this is not over. It's over for the other person. I hate to say it. All right, let's get some advice cards for Gemini, please, and then we'll do our destiny cards. All right, 3 of Cups. Relax, chill out, go have some drinks with some friends, go for a little picnic in the park, go do whatever is relaxing to you, hang out with people that you love and you trust, just chill out, have a little bit of fun, let loose, let your hair down, okay? Second advice card. As an advice card, don't be scared of this one, okay? You can walk away from this frame of mind whenever you want. You might think everything is just gone wrong, but it's not. You're looking at things in a particular perspective. All you have to do is walk away from that perspective. Let go. Third advice card, Ace of Swords. A clear new perspective, a new way of thinking. Embrace a new way of thinking, maybe looking at things differently. Clear your head, and there might be a message coming soon. I definitely feel like that for a lot of you. Final advice card, 2 of Wands. Start planning the new direction that you want your life to go. I wouldn't take any big steps forward first, but you can definitely start the planning. What makes you excited? What gets that fire in your belly? Think about where you see yourself in the long term and plan. You can do it. All right, pick a number, 1, 2, or 3, and then you are going to pick your destiny cards. But please do comment below how this reading has resonated with you. And tell me, like, what is it? Who is this other person? I am super curious. And was it a work thing? Was it a love thing? Was it something else? Please let me know. All right, 1, 2, or 3. Go with your first gut instinct. Never second guess yourself. 1, 2, or 3. If you picked 1, you are already taking some of my advice and relaxing, chilling out, and just enjoying the simple pleasures in life with the people that you love and the people that you're close to. You've become extremely strong. I mean, look, we've got the Emperor here, and that was your theme as well, being strong, having good boundaries, okay, leadership. And I feel like you really know overall who you are and what you want and where you want to go. Even though on the surface it might not seem that way to some people, it's absolutely true. Your advice, we've got the Judgment card. So I feel like you really do want to, there may be a big announcement, a final judgment, or a big decision, but regardless, there's some sort of a crossroads that's going to happen. And so you really need to reflect deeply on past events, where you are in the present, so that you can adequately position yourself ideally for the future. Because if you don't adequately reflect, like dig things under the rug, cleaning out your closet, all of that, you have to do that. Otherwise, anything left untouched, you still will have to deal with later, but it'll be a bigger problem. So figure out where you want to go, clearly and honestly. If you pick two, if you pick true, if you pick two, I feel like you may be traveling soon, or you already are potentially. You might be celebrating a big victory because overall you have accomplished a lot. And if you're not celebrating a big victory right now, seriously reflect on the things that happened in the past in your life. And I think you should celebrate because you've come through a lot. Beneath the surface, we've got the Hierophant, possible Taurus influence. I feel like you might be connected to spiritual power. You also might be realizing that you're actually really capable of creating order within your life, regardless of the chaos happening in the world and in your life. And your advice is the Temperance card, is keep finding that balance, be patient, but just make sure that you keep finding that balance, what's right for you, regardless of what's happening around you. You can always find that balance in yourself. And I feel like you're probably quite resilient and you're going to have a lot of success and accomplishment. Look at this. We've got all trump cards. This is amazing. The World, the Hierophant, Temperance. You got this. If you pick three, I feel like there will be a message coming from someone who is, and also you are the type of person that stays true to themselves, has a lot of integrity. And if this is also an opportunity for you to maybe begin or really get your hands dirty when it comes to a creative project, something that you're working on, you will 100% succeed, definitely. And your advice card is the Princess of Swords. And the Princess of Swords is saying to remain curious, to remain open. Make sure you've got a flexible mind with the way that you think. You want to be asking lots of questions and never rejecting anything full out. At least exploring that answer, realizing that it's valid, and taking little bits of information. And you might be asking lots of people questions, but you could be doing some research online as well, or on social media, things like that. If you'd like a private reading, send me an email or check out my website. That's in the description below. You can also follow me on social media. Definitely make sure that you're subscribed because I do monthly and mid-monthly readings. And if you're still here, you get a secret bonus card. All right. The King of Cups. So this is someone who is very well balanced emotionally and mentally. They're very social, emotionally intelligent. They're very caring. They really do care deeply about people, but they also have solid boundaries. So you might want to work on your boundaries when it comes to things that can be emotional for you. All right, have a great month. Bye.